The federal government on Monday has said that critical sections of the East-West Road have been tackled and that vehicles are freely moving with the help of the Setraco. The Minister of Works, Senator Umahi, disclosed this while briefing State House correspondents at the end of the Federal Executive Council meeting that was presided over by President Bola Tinubu at the Council Chamber Presidential Villa in Abuja. He also said that the Benin-Akure-Ilesha Road, which is 150 kilometers by 2, has been awarded to high-tech construction at the cost of 525 billion naira. He further said that the FEC gave approval for the rehabilitation of the Abeokuta-Iboro-Laro Road in Ogun State at the cost of 57 billion naira to Strabic Construction. Now, these are the road projects that have been given approval this period. And then we have heard in the news even before now that the East-West Road construction has begun. All right, that's the rehabilitation of that road and all of that. But you are a resident of Port Harcourt, so you probably must have experienced the issues that some people have been facing on that East-West Road, where they say when their vehicles break down, they have to stay there for 2 days, and they have to stay there for days, and this has affected businesses in a very big way. And then food products and economy, in fact. Let me just get your thoughts on this story.
If the government, those in government can hear me, I will not applaud them for this kind of statement.
Why?
Yeah, I have my reason. I don't even want to. In fact, whosoever that is making the statement, no, I'm not clapping for you, you have not said anything. You're coming back to tell us this. Why am I saying so? The whole thing about the East-West Road began under the administration of President Yaradua, late Yaradua. Late Yaradua. That's if it didn't even begin under, what's it called? Under Obasanjo. After Yaradua, Jonathan came in. After Jonathan, President Muhammadu Buhari came in. Then, under Tinubu's administration, somebody is still telling us, don't worry, it has, it's now motorable, it's like this, and we should keep clapping. Remember, the then Minister of Works had always told us same stories. In fact, I got to an extent, they handed over the East-West Road to NDDC. At the time when people began to agitate, the former Minister of Works, Babatunde Fashola, came on air and said that road is not under their jurisdiction. It was under the jurisdiction of the NDDC. Then the Senate President now was the NDDC minister. And then he came up and they said, okay, let's take this back to the ministry. What happened? All the money spent, all the money allocated to that angle, everything gone. Nobody explained anything, nothing. From Yaradua, if you had fixed a particular section, will it not have gone bad? The one in my village, in fact, they went there, cut the whole place, allowed everything, and then when we are moving, we moved to one flooded area, destroyed by then. It was handed over to Julius Berger from beginning. And then went over to Setraco. I don't also know who they are handing over to now. Got bad to an extent. Till now, nobody has fixed that area. It's been like that. In fact, it has turned to our major road. The East-West Road turning to our major road. So, what are you coming to tell me this kind of thing again? It's going to be motorable. In fact, we've given them this and all that. These are stories.
Isn't this what we have been waiting to
We want to see results. Don't talk. Give us results. We will just clap.
How do you get results if the construction does not begin?
It has begun under the administration of Yaradua. That's President Yaradua.
That's what we're saying. At some point, it felt like nothing was happening there anymore. In fact, we had some people saying that the company that was working there, they are carpenters. There were allegations like that because they felt like they're not doing enough. But now we are having the government telling us that, look, construction has begun here.
But I've just told you.
Is that not what we have been wanting to hear? That the issues are being fixed?
What I don't even want to hear. That's what I'm saying. But I've just told you that the other ministers have been talking. They've been telling us this kind of stories. We don't even want to hear again. We want to see.
This is a new administration.
1 year gone, you're still telling us it's more trouble. We have 1 year for this administration. The other one will be politics.
What do you mean?
The other one, we're in Nigeria. We have 1 year for the real business of governance to take place. After that, they start trying to lure people into voting and non-voting and all that. This is the truth.
Much.
By what?
So much.
Whatever.
We hear when you want to impress the people, you do things for them.
You have come back to what I'm saying. Do so much. Stop talking so much. That's my point.
So you're saying that we should not be told when it begins. It should not be in the news until when it has been completed. Then we can come and say, oh, the East West Road has finally been completed. Can
I come back to Rivers State? The issue of LMA section of the East West Road. The minister came up and told us they've started. Did he not? He told us. He said work has started. In fact, the LMA section has even become, should I say, a recurring decimal. Let me use that word in mathematics. In fact, you also found out that there was a time the chiefs, elders in that region paid a visit to former President Muhammad Buhari. And then right there I was told, somebody said, one of those in government said, we are almost done with this West Road. And then it took someone's courage to stand up to say, no, Mr. President, nothing is happening there. And then they gave a time frame. That area must be completed between this time and all that. What happened?
But we have had so many recommendations and commendations concerning Dave Umahi, the Minister of Works.
Okay, let's give it to Dave Umahi. Let's wait for Dave Umahi to achieve all this. But I think, Dave Umahi, please talk less. Let your results speak for you. We're used to this, and I don't even think we should continue in that.
You don't think the bridge that we have, or the delay that we had in the completion of that road, also has anything to do with the states that are involved?
Did Dave Umahi come out to tell us that? In fact, the former governor, now the FCT minister, at the time he said he was bargaining with the federal government. The Indorama should bring a certain amount, while the government will bring a certain amount. What happened? At the time he came on air and said he has brought his own Indorama, where is your own? What happened? What happened? So I think it should get to a stage where we should stop making money from telling Nigerians good stories.
I'm even talking about the state governors. That's the states that are affected now. The state governors coming together to make sure that the road is completed. Having in mind that even though the country is affected and our economy is affected in general, it does not change the fact that we are even most affected or more affected, having been that it is our states that are involved.
Yeah, I think I will also agree with you to an extent, because there was a time the government, was it under the administration of Muhammad Buhari, gave some governors some reforms for constructing state roads. You understand? Federal roads. And if the current administrations in all the Niger Delta states can just come up to say, okay, let's embark on some of the federal roads that are very useful to our states. I think that will also be of help. But the governors will always tell you, we don't even have money for our own projects. And then you want us to give kudos to...
talking about governors who don't have money for their own projects, do you think these governors in these affected states will be mentioned in any way?
Will they tell you they don't have money?
We're talking about Rivers State here.
What happened during the time of minimum wage? Didn't you even hear so many governors coming up to tell you?
That's what I'm saying, not these governors.
We didn't tell you they have money. They won't tell you the economic downturn have affected us and all that. But the truth is that these things ought not to be so. Ought not to be so. It's for the development of the state, development of the country, development of your people, for the well-being of your people. So, in fact, if you even want to talk about the states going into federal road, how much more the internal roads we have? So I think there should be collaboration between the states, the local government, and even the agencies like the NDDC to go into fixing all these roads. It's very important for us.
All right, so we believe that this time it will not be just talk.
Let's pray so.
We'll see work.
Let's pray so.
To back up the talk. Rhymes coming in. Let's look at the next story that we have now.